All right, everybody, welcome, welcome. If you guys could, in the chat box, just put in there if you can hear me or not. I want to make sure we got all the audio and video stuff working right. Chuck says yes, DJ yes. Okay, cool, cool. So a couple things before we get started here, a little housekeeping stuff. This is a newer webinar software platform. I've never personally done a webinar other than a couple that my dad and I did, but they were really just kind of like pre-recorded videos for the most part. They were live, but it was kind of a ghetto setup. So this is a real webinar platform. Below the video, below the webinar here, you'll see a box that says questions. If you will put any questions you have in the box below, I will get to those questions probably towards the end. I may get down there here a little bit throughout the video, or the webinar, just to make sure that I'm not losing anybody. Most of this stuff I think is going to be pretty easy to understand, but just put your questions down there below the webinar, below where the video box is. And then over to the right is the chat box. You guys look like you're pretty familiar with using that kind of stuff. You guys are blowing it up over there. So that's I love seeing that. If you're just getting on here, please include where you're from. It's cool to see where everybody is from. We got people from a bunch of different countries here. Let's see, New Zealand, Singapore, Canada, Australia, Austria, more New Zealand, more Australia. So it's awesome. I know you guys are probably either late night, early morning. I appreciate you being on here live. I promise to give you everything that I got on this webinar. Being it's my first one, I'm going to try and knock it out of the park here. So if you could use the chat box too, if for some reason my audio or video gets messed up, let me know. I should be able to see that on there. So a couple more people are still getting on here, so we're going to get started here. I didn't in the emails leading up to promoting this webinar, I didn't really say what this was about, other than the fact that it's $1,000 a day as an affiliate without spending a bunch of money. And I didn't really want to say native ads up front, and you can see that down here that this is really all about native ads, because a lot of people already have some preconceived notions about native ads, whether that's good or bad. A lot of people either just assume that it takes tons of money to do native ads, or maybe they assume that you have to be an expert super affiliate to be able to just get started and make it work without losing a bunch of money. And that's not the case. Maybe back in early 2011, 12, when the native ad networks really got started, that might have been the case. But anymore, there's a bunch of native ad networks that have popped up recently, and they've got some pretty good quality traffic. And that's really what I'm going to reveal on this webinar is how to pick and choose the right networks, the strategies to use, and then kind of the things to avoid. And a lot of what this webinar is going to be is just kind of resetting your own mindset, because being in the internet marketing niche is tough. It's tough getting those emails every day from people. You don't know whether people are telling the truth or not. Trust me, I've been doing this since late 2009, early 2010, and I've seen it all. People are crazy. It comes down to greed for the most part in the internet marketing niche. So I guess instead of rambling on here, we'll just get this thing started, because there's a decent amount of content that I want to get through here, and I don't want to keep everybody on here forever. So this is all about how to use native ads and how to make $1,000 a day as an affiliate without spending a bunch of money. My goal for this webinar is really to do just that, to show you what I'm doing, the strategies I'm using, and the stuff that I'm trying to avoid. And like I said, getting rid of that mindset that I have to be an expert to do this, because honestly, you really don't. I think it's going to be pretty surprising here what I show you and how easy this stuff really is. So if you stay till the end, like I said in the email, I've got a pretty cool gift for you. I just packaged it up here and I threw it in my Dropbox, and I'm going to give you that link here in the chat box. So anybody that is not watching this live, I'm sorry. I know it's tough to make it from other countries, but if you're on here live, stick to the end. I promise I will give you that link, and it's going to be worth it, because this is literally my best campaign right now that's running on Native Ads. I'm giving you my best campaign. And if you got questions on setting it up and all that stuff, feel free to shoot me an email. I don't care. I'm gonna answer questions. I don't care if you hand me money, don't hand me money. I'm gonna help you guys out. That's just the way I am. If somebody emails me with a question and they're desperate for help, I really just like helping people out. So stay to the end. I'm gonna hook you up with that campaign. It is honestly my best campaign right now. So what makes this webinar different? What makes this strategy different? It really comes down to a couple things. I've touched on a couple of them already. You don't need to waste a ton of time doing affiliate marketing. It's kind of ingrained in our brain that we've got to go out and create articles, create videos, go on social media and blast your link out to people that really don't care, and hope that maybe you make a commission, once a week. That's not a sustainable business model. You can't quit your job from that kind of stuff. So what this is really a reliable, consistent way to earn an affiliate income without being an expert, without having your face put out there in front of everybody, without using a pen name. You don't need any kind of an email list. This is literally setting up an ad, running traffic to a landing page, and that landing page promotes a product. That's exactly what this is. So a little bit about me. For those of you who don't know, my name is Dustin McRory. I have been a Native Ad Ninja since 2014, and a lot of people don't know this about me. And I don't share a lot of the. I pick and choose the things that I want to share. For obvious reasons. I don't want the market to get flooded with competitors. But what I'm sharing here, this Native Ad stuff is. There is so much Native Ad traffic on the internet right now. It's just insane. It's literally insane. And the prices are still ridiculously cheap. I think I have a screenshot in here a little bit later I'm going to show you, but there's still tons and tons of penny clicks, and these are quality penny clicks. There's still, anytime that you have penny click traffic sources, you're going to get a lot of fraud. But it is what it is. There's ways to deal with that, and I'll share all that stuff with you too. So I've been doing Native Ads since 2014, ever since we got kicked off of AdWords, and ever since we got kicked off of Facebook in our gardening business. Actually, it led me to Native Ads because I was trying to find a new way to generate leads for the gardening business, and what I found was it was actually a really good way to drive traffic to affiliate offers, because it was just the native traffic is more geared towards the broad-based niches, the stuff like weight loss and diabetes and making money and skincare, all that stuff. Those are all broad niches, and not everybody, but a lot of people have those problems, or they can be solved with the solutions that those products offer. So it's just geared perfectly for affiliates, and that's kind of how I discovered it. So I've been doing this since 2014. Since then, actually just in the past year, a couple different companies have approached me and wanted to move me. ClickFunnels just approached me, sent me an email, and asked if I wanted to move out to Idaho to be one of their in-house media buyers. I turned that down. It's just not for me. We're actually in a transition right now of moving to Austin, Texas. It's just where we want to be as a family. The weather is much better than it is here in Ohio. Today, the high in Ohio was 68 degrees, which is ridiculous for almost the end of June. So we're sick of the cold weather, the snow. We want to be back in Texas. So I turned down that ClickFunnels job. It was an amazing opportunity. Kind of killed me inside to turn that down, because I know the potential there. I know Russell's got a great company. He's always doing new stuff, but just right now he's in a good time. And I honestly just don't want a job. Same with Agora Publishing. You see there, Agora is a they've got to be close to $1 billion a year company now, and all they do is publish information, mostly newsletter products. And they spend probably one of the top spending companies online as far as advertising goes. Definitely for sure in the direct response sector. They wanted to move me to Maryland, to Baltimore, to train with their team and kind of do kind of the same thing, in-house media buying, whatever. But I turned that down. Also a tough decision, but it's just not where we want to be. Then recently, a couple 8-figure supplement companies wanted to bring me in-house, and it's just not what I want to do. I don't want a job. I don't need to have a job. I don't want to have to wake up at certain times and answer to somebody, and I like do my own thing. So kind of a little secret that I don't think really hardly anybody knows is I actually have my own native ad agency. I don't really advertise it because I really only want to pick and choose who I want to work with. I don't want to deal with floods of people approaching me with opportunities, or if you work with me and we'll split the profit, and I don't have any money, and you know how that goes. So all right, enough about me. That's all I got to say about me. Over the course of my career, I've done a lot of things right. Probably a lot of those were on accident, or not really to say anything bad about myself and the way I am, but I analyze the heck out of things, and it's really one of my major flaws. But I think on the other side of things, it works out perfectly in the native ad space, because it's part of the game. You analyze your data, optimize that data, and you grow the business based on what's working, and the other things you just forget about. So I've done a lot of things right based on that mindset. I've done way more things wrong. And that's kind of how you learn. And over the course of my time here, that's what happens. In 8 years' time, I've done tons of things wrong, but I've learned way more than most people because I was willing to get out there and take the risk. And just being vulnerable enough to take a chance on something, knowing that it's probably going to fail, but learning from that failure. That's really what life is all about. You can't just sit still and be stagnant your whole life and expect to have your dreams come true. It's just not how it works. So the picture you see on your screen right now is actually my very first affiliate website. I think I actually made that back in like 2009 after I attended a conference with my dad. That was promoting a $13 or $20 ebook on ClickBank for everything, all the secrets of Disneyland. And I made my first sale in 2010 just from organic SEO traffic by writing an article. So really what I'm showing you that is I waited and waited and waited for a $13 commission creating content. I did create videos for that. I went out to social media and blasted links. I did all that work waiting for a first commission. When it came, it was $13. I'm like, man, I could have made more money at McDonald's for the amount of time that I put into that. So I'm kind of showing you that these are like some of my mistakes. I've done all of the affiliate things you can think of. Every possible way to make money as affiliate, I've either tested it, tried it, used it, still using it. I've been through the ringer with all of this stuff. And if you know me, if you've purchased my previous products, they're usually always about list building. Even if it's affiliate related, I usually always say you should be building a list because it's an asset. And that's still true. That's 100% true. And the methods I'm sharing for you here today in this webinar have nothing to do with list building. It's not required to make money. There's really two different models for affiliate marketing. There's the list building, which is building an asset and milking that asset for all it's worth for years to come. And then there's what I'm teaching you here today, which is setting up campaigns that are basically sending traffic to a landing page and promoting a product. And that campaign is your asset. The only difference is the campaign may not last as long as your email list. But on the other hand, the email list may not be as profitable as a campaign. Campaign may come and go in 3-4 months, but you could make 10 times more money than your list because it takes a long time to build an email list. Excuse me. So you keep that in mind when you're thinking about affiliate marketing. There's way more than one way to do it. If somebody comes to me and asks me, how do I make money as an affiliate? I'm like, what do you want to do? Do you want to write content? Do you want to do paid traffic? There's just a ton of different ways that you can do this. So what I'm showing you is another way. I've never really taught this strategy before because honestly, it was something that I just never did. I didn't do it until, like I said, 2014, I started dabbling in native ads, and that's when I really got into the eliminating the email list out of the affiliate marketing side of stuff. So list building is not required. I actually going to go down and answer one of these questions here. All right, so Dustin, I'm sure you heard this before. However, the fact that you are skilled or have the knowledge to, let's say, write an effective ad or an email makes a huge difference compared to a person just starting out. So the claims made for the income, to me, are not supported. Maybe I'm all wrong, but that is the way that I see it. And, you could be 100% right. This is Bruce saying that maybe I can write a better ad, or maybe I am a better copywriter. But what I'm about to reveal to you on this webinar has nothing to do with emails, nothing to do with copywriting at all, because I'm going to show you how you can literally copy and paste other people's stuff and make money with it. The campaign that I'm giving you for free, that's all stuff that I've gotten from other people that have been running campaigns for years and years. It's not my own stuff. I didn't write any of this stuff. It's literally, and actually for the affiliate offer for that free campaign is they give you a whole landing page to use. I just took their landing page, put it online, took somebody else's ad, put that on the ad network and drove traffic to it, and it makes money. Like it can't be any more easy than that. People like, when I was telling somebody else about this, they're like, why isn't everybody doing this? Or why isn't it like so super flooded with competitors and other affiliates? And the truth is that people just don't realize it. They think that they have to reinvent the wheel every single time to make something better. But really what it comes down to is just making money, because that's what people want. That's really what I went back and sat down. I'm like, how can I really teach people how to make money online without them having to have anything, not to have any kind of experience, any knowledge, tons of money, an email list? What could I teach them? And it's this. It's literally this webinar right here that I'm sharing with you tonight. So like I said, list building is not required for affiliate marketing. Could you build a list using this method? Absolutely. There's tons and tons of lead gen people using native ads successfully right now today. It works perfect for CPA offers. If you get, $80, $90, $1 for somebody that enters their email address or zip code, it works good for that kind of stuff. So absolutely, you could build a list with it, but it's just not required. So really, this is a proven strategy that guarantees 100% success on the first try. And, I don't like guaranteeing anything, but what I'm going to show you is so easy that it does guarantee it, because it's proof. It's proof that something is making money before you even deposit any money into the ad network. And like I said before, the native ads, unlimited quality traffic at low costs. The most that I'm paying for a click right now is 20 cents. So over the course of my almost, let's say, what was it, 4 years now doing native ads, I did it probably the hardest way possible, because there really just isn't a lot of training on native ads out there. Up until the last year or so, nobody really is saying anything about it. And I took, if anybody knows Justin Brook, he's like a massive, really smart traffic guy, did a lot of campaigns for a lot of the big time marketers. He did release a course called Bulletproof Native Ads, and it's really like the framework for how to set everything up, run it and how to optimize your results, all that kind of stuff. Really good stuff. Only problem is he doesn't go into depth with how to do it for the affiliates. You know, it's still the same process, but it's not. There's no case studies. There's no results. So it's a great training. I would recommend anybody to buy it because I love Justin and everything he does. But it's just not as in-depth as I would like to see. So I learned all this stuff the hard way because I had to. I went out, spent tons of money on traffic, just testing stuff, seeing what works. And what you're getting tonight is really like a cheat sheet. It's really, really the easiest way possible to take what I've learned in 4 years and use it to make money. Like I said, created tons and tons of content as an affiliate. Articles, videos. I built email lists, autoresponder series, promote tons and tons of different affiliate products and tons of different niches. Wasted thousands of dollars in tons of different traffic networks, just to see what would work and what makes money, what doesn't. And really, what you're getting tonight is my results. And I pulled out all the stuff that worked, and that's really what I'm sharing with you. So do you guys want the easy way, the way that guarantees 100% success every time on your first try? Do you want that? Type it in the chat box. Yes, yes, hell yeah, yes, yes, yes. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure you guys are still awake. And again, for anybody that showed up late, questions are coming in. Put those questions down in the very bottom, because in the chat box, they're going to get lost because you guys are tearing it up. So I appreciate everybody being on here. I'm going to do everything I can to over deliver. So Trisha said, yeah, my lawn is half mowed. I just left it that way. Well, I appreciate you coming in from outside, Trisha. I promise not to disappoint. Yeah, I guess you guys can see these chat messages. I don't know why I'm repeating everything that's in there. All right. In the past 15 days, I've had more than 20,000 visitors to my affiliate sites, and I didn't have to write any content to do any videos and share anything on social media or anything like that. This is literally 20,000 people hit my landing pages. Now think about this. Native ad networks are CPC based, meaning you only pay when somebody clicks your ad. So if 20,000 people clicked one of my ads, they were interested enough in what the ad said to make them click. So I'm only paying for targeted traffic, at least. I don't want to say quality traffic yet, because not all of those people are quality prospects. Somebody might have just clicked it on accident. Somebody might have just clicked it, hoping to read an article or get something for free or something like that. So 20,000 visitors in 15 days. Just throwing that out there. So before we go any further, I have to throw in the necessary results are not typical speech. I am going to show you the things that I do, the promotions that I run, the strategies I use to make tons and tons of affiliate commissions. But my results aren't typical, and the average person that attends these trainings usually gets zero results, because most people at the end of these trainings, they turn it off and they go watch TV and drink beer on their couch. So I'm happy to show you what's working for me for free. Just remember that this is not a get-rich-quick thing. And just keep in mind that this stuff does take work. It's not like I'm telling you, go click a couple buttons and you'll make tons and tons of money. It's just not like that. It does take work. It's not like it's hard work. You're sitting at your computer and you're moving your mouse around and clicking buttons. So keep that in mind. It is going to take work. So really what this comes down to are 3 secrets. Excuse me. Secret number 1, I can guarantee success in any niche as an affiliate my very first time starting with just a $100 advertising budget. This is actually a massive secret in the native ads arena, because most people think that you got to throw in like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 in native ads to just to get test data. And and people think that because a lot of people say that, and they probably did pay that, because the ones that are doing it, that are spending $5,000, they have no idea what they're doing. They're wasting their money. They're throwing stuff at the wall, hoping that it works. And that's not the way that it's not the way you do affiliate marketing. It's surely not the way that you do native ads. There's way easier methods to doing native ads with just starting with $100. So I think it was in the first email I sent you guys promoting this webinar. I don't remember the exact numbers now, but I spent like $50 on one day, $50, and made like 300. That's typical because the clicks are so cheap. The product I was promoting, I think I get like an $80 or $90 affiliate commission on it from ClickBank. So I only have to sell like three or four people on that to make tons of money, because I can get 300 people to my site, to my landing page. Even if I'm paying 20 cents a click, I'm still going to get 200 people or whatever that is to my landing page. Those who are interested click through, and a good percentage buy. The landing page is actually a little secret too, because it's called a micro commitment. And is anybody not familiar with a landing page? If you're not familiar with what a landing page is, put it in the chat box. I want to make sure I'm not leaving anybody behind with some confusing language or anything. But the landing page is really a micro commitment too. So somebody clicks an ad, they've clicked that ad, they land on your landing page. The landing page is really like a pre-sell type thing. It warms them up, kind of explains what the offer is a little bit, or what the solution is to the problem. And they click from the landing page, and that takes them to the affiliate, the sales page, what you're promoting, the product you're promoting. So that's a little bit of a micro commitment in the middle. They've clicked that landing page, and they've kind of like subconsciously, they are saying, okay, I'm committing to this a little bit. So now I kind of have to sit through the sales message on the product page. And from there, they're sold. They get sold from there. So all you need is a couple people to buy every day. Even if you're driving just 100 or 200 clicks, you're still going to get a good amount of conversions using the landing pages that I'm going to show you, and the ones that the one I'm giving you for free. All right. Let me see if I can. Dennis is asking if I have an example landing page. You know what, Dennis? Hold that thought for a second, because yeah, at the end, I'm going to try and find one for you. So secret number 2, Dennis, if you could, at below this webinar in the questions box, put that question in there. That way I don't miss that. I don't forget about it. So secret number 2, I can literally copy and paste my way to success. This kind of goes back to the question that Bruce had asked about needing to know copywriting, or maybe even needing to know like tech, like coding and that kind of stuff. I don't need to know any of that. And it's true that I have that knowledge and experience. I've been doing this for 8 years now. I'm a pretty good copywriter. I don't get paid to do copywriting, but I'm not even using any of that stuff because I know better. I know that as soon as I try and make a better headline or make a better landing page, I'm going to screw it up. Conversions are going to go down. And not that I couldn't improve it, but there's people that have been doing this online for 5-10 years, and they've been using the same like style landing page, the same verbiage. There's affiliates that have been in like the weight loss niche for their whole careers. They know what works and what doesn't. I'm literally taking their pages and using them in my initial ad. I'm not completely copying and pasting them. I am copying and pasting, but I'm putting them on my own domain. And most of the time, these are things that like the vendors give you, the product, the people that you're promoting. They give you anymore. They'll give you an advertorial to use, which is kind of another word for a landing page. So you don't need any kind of copywriting knowledge, any kind of coding, HTML, PHP, none of that stuff. There's tools out there like ClickFunnels is a great example. it's a great tool to build a quick landing page. I can have a landing page done in like 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes with that tool. Don't have to touch a line of code, and it's going to convert like crazy. All right, secret number 3. I've said this already many times so far tonight. There's no shortage of native ad traffic and plenty of room for competing affiliates. It's just crazy the amount. There's like it feels like there's new ad networks coming online once a week, like literally once a week. And they're the publishers. So the places where your ads will show, or they're called publishers. They're like really, really high quality publishers. You can get on Forbes.com, and you can get 5 cent clicks off of Forbes.com. The traffic on Forbes is insanely highly quality traffic. So the native ad stuff is like, it's a huge opportunity, especially for affiliates. And really what it comes down to is policy and like being lenient. So anymore, Facebook is being ridiculous with what they'll approve, what they won't approve, the language you can use on your own page, stuff like that. And the native ad networks still have their own rules and policies, but they're way more lenient than Facebook and Google ever were. The stuff that you can run on these networks today is kind of an affiliate's dream. All right, so I talked about most of these. I'm going to try and speed this up here a little bit. All right, so secret number 1, like I said, I can guarantee success, mostly because of the way that I approach it from the start. 3 reasons why most affiliates like me should never ever create their own native ad campaign from scratch. And really any campaign from scratch. If there are tools out there that let you spy on what other people are running on these networks, why would you ever want to create your own and hope that it worked? So 3 reasons why most affiliates should never create it. It's way too expensive, like I said. Well, that's why everybody is saying you have to dump $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 in the native ads to be able to test it. That's what everybody thinks, and that I hope that they keep thinking that, because it's keeping people out of these ad networks. It's keeping the inventory available to people like you and me, because they assume that it's too rich for their blood. Not the case. One of the networks that I use and that I recommend you use is called MGID, and you could start with $100. Literally, you could deposit $100. They take PayPal, credit cards, anything for deposits. $100 and you're good to go. Rev Content is my other suggestion for native ad networks. Those are my 2 favorites right now. And honestly, I can't remember if they have a minimum. I don't think it's a lot. It used to be the same thing. I think you can. I think their minimum is your daily budget. That's the only difference. The daily budget minimum for them is like $100 a day. So if you deposit $100 or $200, you can still run it. You can run for a day or 2, but your budget's going to be eaten up real quick. So yeah, the next thing is people assume that it's too time consuming. It takes weeks instead of days to launch. Again, not the case. I could have like I said, a landing page created in ClickFunnels and uploaded to, if it's in ClickFunnels, it's already live online, done in a couple minutes. I have my ad launched in probably 10 minutes, and it does have to go through approval, which takes some time sometimes. But once it's done, like the work involved is really, really fast. So I guess I'm kind of reading this wrong here, but these are supposed to be reasons why you should never run a campaign from scratch, because it's a guessing game. Goes back to being too expensive. You have no idea what's going to work and what isn't. I don't want to waste my money trying to get data, because my money is too valuable for that. I want to use other people's data that they've already paid for, let them do the testing, and that's really what this is all about. So what you're looking at right here is pretty much my secret to success. This is a new spy tool for native ads. and it's really good. I've been using AdBeat, and they do have a $99 a month plan right now. They never did before. I would have had to pay like $400 a month. But this one here is $60 a month or less. I think a little bit less than $60 a month. But this one has some insane features on it. It's kind of too much to explain on this webinar because it's technical in the way that you have to explain it. But what it comes down to is, let me see the one. So look at the one at the. Oh, I grabbed the wrong screenshot. That's all right. Let's see the one up at the top with the girl who's like doing a bending through the chair to the right there, with her head like on the floor almost. Says chiropractors is simple solution ends decades of back pain. Watch. That's an affiliate campaign that's promoting. It's called erasemybackpain.com, I believe, on ClickBank. Well, you can see it says ClickBank down there. I'm pointing to the screen like you guys can see what I'm pointing to. It's a ClickBank offer, and that one is running on Rev Content. So it shows you. I mean, it shows you everything right there. Just on that screen right there, it shows you all kinds of information. It started running at the top left, September 29th, 2017. The last time it was shown is June. I can't even read that, but it's this week, June 20, maybe 20th, 2018. I don't remember when I took the screenshot, but that right there is important. If it's still running, it's still making money. And you can see down below the title of the ad, it's like a little rocket ship. It's like 264, 284, something like that. That's what it's called the gravity score for them. It's basically like how quickly it's moving up the ladder in terms of reach and exposure and that kind of stuff. And the strength number is the one below that, or I'm sorry, to the right of that. Is anybody else experiencing a frozen screen? Okay, so a couple people are saying that. I'm not moving anything on the screen. Are you seeing the native ads screenshot? Okay, yeah. So we're still good. Sorry. I'm just reading. I'm just kind of trying to show you. This is a screenshot from inside of a native ads spy tool. Okay, cool. Everyone, okay, it's good. So this tool is worth. I mean, it's worth thousands of dollars. I mean, literally thousands of dollars because of the research involved. It's literally going out and pulling these ads in every single day, like tons and tons of times a day, and documenting it and keeping it. And you can get everything from here, literally everything. If you click on the title, another box pops up. It shows you the landing page. You can download the landing page from there and use it. Like it downloads an HTML file where you can literally download it and use it. It shows you the publishers that the ad is showing on in the network, which is priceless for like networks like Rev Content, showing you the countries there, showing you if it's running on mobile and desktop. And there's just tons and tons of other things in there. So everyone's asking what the name of the tool is. It is called I wasn't going to say the name of it because I wanted to hold it for the end, but it's called I think I would know the name of it. It's called Anstrex, ANSTREX, I believe is how you spell it. If somebody wants to go and search that and make sure that I told you the right name, I think it's ANSTREX. And when you get there, I believe it's like $60 a month for the most expensive plan. And I got with the creator of this tool because it's so freaking cool. Like it really got me excited. Like I'm just a dork when it comes to like data and stuff. But it got me so excited that I reached out to the owner of the tool. I'm like, hey man, can I get like a discount code for my followers? or my, people that are going to pursue this further. So I'm going to get you guys a discount code later on in this this presentation. All right, Alan's got the link posted in there. Thanks, Alan, and Gabby too. Yeah, imagine that, a spy tool that's reasonable, unheard of for sure. Because I've been paying AdBeat $400 a month for who knows how long now. All right, let's keep moving here. So secret 2, I can avoid all technical headaches that come with building out typical marketing funnels. No techie crap required here, which is kind of like music to most people's ears in the internet marketing space. So like what I just showed you, if you can point and click your mouse, you could be a successful native ads affiliate, because you can just go to Anstrex, download the landing page, upload the landing page. And guys, don't feel bad about downloading people's landing pages and using them, because how do you think they got them? These things are just getting shared around the community from network to network. Most of the time, it's just the same ads. They just tweak them for the offer. So I actually have landing page templates that are kind of what I use all the time. And I just swap the headlines in and out, whatever people are running successfully. So if you can point and click your mouse, you can do this, because it's literally that easy. Go to Anstrex, click the button to download it, move it over to your site. And, if you can just highlight the headline and change it, change the picture, you're good. Especially with like landing page tools like ClickFunnels, Lead Pages, Landerbolt. If you guys have never heard of Landerbolt, that's another like ridiculously awesome tool if you're an affiliate, especially CPA marketers. It was actually made by CPA marketers for CPA marketers. Again, you don't need an email list, copywriting skills. I'm one of those guys who likes to test a bunch of different headlines, and I do. That's part of my process, but not initially. I start with what everybody else is running because I want to start out making money. Then after I'm making money, I come back and then I test a bunch of different wacky headlines or images just to see if I can improve conversion. Because at that point, I've got some money to play around with. And if it improves conversion, awesome, I'm making more money. If not, cool, I've learned something on that test, I'll make note of it, and I won't use that type of appeal or image or something, later on. And you obviously don't need up your own product to sell. This is mostly, you could, tons and tons of people do this if you have your own product. I'm not saying that you can't do that. You're just going to pay more money for data because it's not something you can go in and copy if it's not something that's been done before. So secret 3, again, tons and tons of traffic here, guys. Here's that screenshot that I mentioned before. This is Rev Content, I believe. You can go in and pick categories to advertise in, and you can see I had all mine set to a max CPC of 10, and my budget. I use my budget up in a matter of hours, and that's I was up to $500 a day a while back because I was just getting insane conversions on an offer I was running. All right, here's a little somewhat of a case study for you, just to kind of show you how cheap these clicks are. The screenshot over to the right is from a network called Content.ad. Excuse me. It's a network that I actually got started with. I don't remember if I got started with Rev Content first or Content.ad, but they kind of both, I started with both of them almost, I guess, the same time. And you can see that in the yellow highlight, paid 4 cents a click. This was one day. This is one day's worth of data. So 446 clicks to an offer. Only spent $16. 4 cent clicks, made $151, 64 cents of commissions, about $134 in profit. That's a tiny campaign. I mean, $16. I was bidding on actually a pretty small couple, I think 2 or 3 websites I was bidding on. So that's another cool thing about most of these networks is they let you bid on specific, not even just specific sites, but specific widgets on the site. So So like Forbes.com, they might have a widget block of like Rev content ads in their sidebar, but then under the content, they might have a widget block of like Taboola ads. You can bid on different widgets even in one site, because some widgets might be more profitable than others, and that really comes down to tracking. Tracking is something that I can't cover in here because it really comes down to using the right tool, and I use Voluum, VOLUUM. It's really the go-to tool for marketers and really affiliate marketers. So something to think about here is like how many campaigns do you really need? Like think about how much money you make a year right now if you have a full-time job. If you don't have a full-time job, awesome, congratulations. That's kind of the goal, right? So just as an example, I put $100,000 a year. That's about $275 a day, about how much you make, and that's obviously weekends and stuff too. But an average, like one of these average campaigns, one of my average campaigns usually nets me $200 a day. Nets me, meaning how much profit I put in my pocket at the end of the day. That's an average. Like I showed you before, I just made on that previous slide, $134 profit there. But in the email that I showed you before, I made, I don't even remember what it was, $300 a day for that one. So average is about $200 a day. Typically requires 20 minutes of work. Once these are set up, and even setting them up is really easy. It's uploading a couple images, typing in that couple headlines, and that's all stuff you find in these spy tools. You're done after that. And so like 2 campaigns equals $400 a day. That's $145,000 a year. Imagine if you had like 5 campaigns or even 10 campaigns. And that's like nothing to have that many right now. I think I have, man, it's between 5 and 10. I don't even remember. I don't even know. But it's nothing to log in and check that stuff. So guys, remember, put the questions in the box below the video. There's a questions box below the webinar, because the chat thing is moving so quick that I'm gonna miss those questions over there. They'll probably be gone by the time I can answer questions. And I need to move this along here so I can get to all these questions. So quickly, disposable income. One thing I want you guys to think about real quick is how much extra money you have every month. Think about like the movies, or going out to eat, or going to get your coffee in the morning, or going to lunch at work or something like that. We all, I don't want to say everybody, but a lot of people have disposable income in whatever that is. That's going to be there again next month. You get the same amount next month, and the month after that, it's going to be there. What I want you to do is think about how you can use that disposable income for yourself, your family, and your financial future today. What you can use that money for starting right now to better yourself. And you're on this webinar tonight for a reason. There's a reason you want to learn this stuff. And I commend you for taking the time out of your night. Most of the people are, even if some of these people, some of you guys are from Australia. I don't even know what time it is over there. And a couple guys from the UK told me that, hey man, it's going to be like 2 in the morning. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Like, I don't blame you. But even everyone else, I commend you for showing up and taking the time out of your night to do this stuff. Because it's education. You're investing in yourself. And once you learn this stuff, it's something that can't be unlearned. If somebody took everything away from me tonight, if I had nothing, I could probably be back in the same situation I am today in less than 30 days because of what I know, because of the experience I've had, the stuff I've learned, and the money I've invested in myself. And the same with my dad. My dad has been doing this stuff for 30 some years, and he's the one who got me involved in all this and really paid for a lot of my training. I'm lucky in that sense because we use that business to better ourselves for other businesses. So just something to think about with your disposable income. Just think about what that money could be used for to better yourself in the future. It's nice to have all those other things, be able to go out to eat with your family once a week or whatever it is. But think about what you could do with that money. Just wanted to throw that out there. So we're approaching an hour, a little bit under an hour here. Would you agree it's been time well spent so far? Can you guys throw me something in the chat box? All right, cool. I appreciate it, guys. So there's obviously no way that I could just cover everything in an hour webinar, even if we had all day. This stuff, it's a very simple strategy, but there's like the explanation. There's a lot of things that I want you to understand about it, that kind of like the psychology and the reason why this stuff works. Like that's what I like to know about, so that I can take that and turn it into my own landing page or something. But again, that's for like the future. What I want you guys to focus on is taking what is already working from these other people, just taking that stuff and just using it to make money. Just use it to make money first. Don't try and reinvent the wheel and make, air quotes, make it better, because these guys have been doing it for so long. This is the better version already. They've already done all that. They've already spent all that money testing and everything. So don't quit trying to reinvent the wheel. Take what's already working, put it up there, and use it to make money. Take that money, reinvest it, and then you can start messing around with your own stuff. So what I'm going to do, I have a special offer that really is going to show you everything that you need to know and take you by the hand and show you everything. If you act fast, I'm going to give you a really cool deal. I've been working on this here. I stayed up till, man, I don't even know, 2, 3 in the morning last night just putting this thing together. So really what I want you to promise to yourself is to make sure that when this webinar is over, that you take what you've learned and use it. I don't care what you do at the end of this webinar. I'm going to make an offer just to work with me further along if you want. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do that. What I've showed you already is like more than enough to get you going in the right direction. There's tons and tons of information in this thing, and there's going to be a replay of this. Go through the replay and go through it step by step and make sure that you understand it completely. Take what's working already and go make some money. Don't just quit sitting around and like somebody already put it in there. I don't know, it's already gone now. Somebody said something about quit buying shiny objects or looking for shiny objects. I'm giving you a shiny object. You could literally take it at the end of this webinar. I'm going to give you a campaign that's like a killer campaign. It's working incredibly well. Take it, use it, and make money. I hope that you are going to be thrilled with what I'm about to offer. So what I have here is called the Native Ad Secrets 6-week coaching program. It's a totally all-inclusive training, and this is literally a serious coaching program, once a week, live webinar style, just like you see here. Every question answered before I get off with you guys, and I don't care if it takes me 5-6 hours to get every question answered. That's what this is going to be. So here's what you're going to get. I'm going to give you the SPY blueprint. So that tool that I showed you, Anstrex, I'm going to give you the blueprint of how to use that thing correctly, how to go through there, find the best campaigns, choose the best offers. Choosing the right offer is actually something that needs to be talked about, because people just go in and like, oh, that looks like a cool offer, I want to promote that. And you don't have no idea how much research was involved up front to do that. So spying is huge, and Anstrex just makes it so easy because they literally pull in data that you could probably need 3 tools for to get in. So I really, really hope that you guys see the value in that tool. Next, I'm going to show you step by step how to set up your first campaign. This is literally watch me set up an entire campaign on the screen. This is not printed material or go here and do this, go here and do that. You're going to watch me. I'm going to, from scratch, set up a campaign. I'm going to pull something from Anstrex. I'm going to load it up in, I'm not sure where, maybe ClickFunnels, probably not, probably just an easier host program that you guys can figure out very easily. Take the best performing ad from Anstrex, the best headline from Anstrex, the targeting from Anstrex, put that into the ad platform, the ad network, and I'm going to run it. I'm going to show you step-by-step how to do it. I'm going to show you step-by-step how to set up tracking. Tracking is like, you have to track. Tracking is required. Volume does everything for you. It's so cool. I love Volume. If you're going to promote stuff with ClickBank, though, ClickBank and Volume don't play well together. I had to, what did I do? I did. I bought a code, like a page that integrates the two. So I'm going to give you that page as part of this coaching program. It's a page that integrates Volume with ClickBank so that you can tell in Volume when you've made a sale as an affiliate. And there's not a lot of tracking tools other than like CPV Lab. You used to be able to do that with CPV Lab, integrated like natively with ClickBank. But anymore, it's imperative that you track everything, especially in native ads. Next, I'm going to give you the purge formula. This is, without going into like too much detail, this is how it's basically cutting the bad stuff and boosting the good stuff. So part of native ads is finding out what websites don't work for your ads, meaning like where your ads show up. So you cut those out, and then you find the websites that do work, and then you boost those higher. It's a really simple formula. I'll show you everything, how to do that on screen. It's necessary. You have to. You're not going to make money. Long term, you're not going to make money if you don't get rid of bad performing ads. Next is the scaling recipe. And, scaling is actually harder than a lot of people think. They think that, I could, all I have to do is pay more money, turn my budget up and do that. But what you don't really think about is that some of these networks are small. They're not big enough to support somebody spending $500 a day, or, you're never going to spend that budget on a couple of these different networks. So scaling them across other networks is a little bit of a challenge there. And I'm going to cover all of that in the scaling recipe. So the total value there is $8,991. And that's actually not a made up number. I sat down and figured out what the value would be if you had to go through and spend the money that I spent on this stuff, on the testing, running the ads, running your landing pages, testing with Volume. All of that stuff costs money. It's time. I spent a lot of time doing this stuff in the last 4 years. So this is that's a total value of $8,000, almost $9,000. So here's who this has worked for. People with absolutely zero experience, because like I said, point and click, you can do this. And because you're getting 6 weeks of me, unlimited exposure to me. You're going to, every once a week, we're going to jump on one of these webinars. You got the chat right there. You can ask your questions below. I'm not going to leave till everyone's question is answered. And then I'll obviously give you my email address too if you want to ask more personal questions. So people with zero experience have done this because you're copying what other people are already doing successfully and pasting it into the network. It can't be any easier than that. Next, people who are introverts. I'm totally introverted. Like, it took me, 8 years now to run my first live webinar, mostly because I just didn't want to get on, not on camera, but I didn't want to be exposed to a bunch of people who could publicly humiliate me, I guess. That's really what it comes down to as introverts. And we just, we don't work well with people and all that stuff. But so people who are introverts, it's a perfect business model. Everything's done through email. If you have an ad rep, I talk to them on Skype or an email. They never see my face. You don't have to use your face on your landing pages. It's all just copy that you're taking from other sites, basically. You don't need a pen name. You don't need any of that stuff. So it's great for introverts. Also, people who are afraid of paid traffic, and more so, paid native ads, because they're afraid of losing money, or afraid of wasting money. Everybody's money, it's hard-earned money. And I don't want to lose my money, even if it is fairly easy for me to make it. I still don't want to lose it. I want to keep it. It's great. This is a great strategy for paid traffic, because these first of all, the clicks are so cheap. Second of all, there's tons of them, so you're not bidding. It's not a bidding war. And third, this is quality traffic. You're not weeding out tons and tons of garbage traffic just so that you can pay a penny a click. This is good quality traffic. Next, if you hate list building, if you hate writing emails, copywriting, this is perfect for you. You don't have to do any of that stuff. This is literally putting an ad up, sending it to a landing page, which sends it to an affiliate offer, and you make money. That's as simple as it is. Nothing else. No copywriting, list building, emails, autoresponders, none of that stuff. Same with the technical stuff. Use ClickFunnels, use lead pages. You're not going to get hundreds of thousands of visitors a day to your site like a pop traffic network would. You don't need what do you call it, virtual server or whatever like that. ClickFunnels is fine. Lead pages is fine. Lead pages gives you unlimited unlimited visits a month. It doesn't matter. So I had two choices for this. First option, go as cheap as possible, try and sell as many of these as possible. It just wouldn't incentivize me to really stack the value. So second option requires a little higher investment, but in exchange, I can devote more resources to guarantee your success. And really, I really wanted to do this as an actual coaching program, like a legit, once a week, we get on a call or a webinar like this. I can show you my screen. I'll go through the videos, setting everything up. You can ask me questions. I'll stop in the middle and make sure everyone's, still on the same page. I wanted to run it like that. So the second option is really what I wanted to do. The other thing is what you're getting here. I charge people $2,500 a month to do this for clients of my native ad agency. And they happily pay it because the amount of money that they're making from this. I also charge them 10% of the ad spend. So if they spend $2,500 a month is just my fee to do this every month. If they spend 10 grand a month, I get another $1,000 from that every month. And they're still making tons of money. So they're happily paying it because I'm the one putting the work in. What I'm teaching you here is exactly what I do for them. The entire setup, everything I do after the setup to optimize, to scale, to split test, all that stuff. It's all part of this coaching program. So here's what you're going to get. We already went through this. SPY blueprint, setting up your first campaign, the purge formula, the scaling recipe. Total value is $8,900. But the first bonus that I'm going to throw in are my top converting native landing page ads. So these are these templates. These are templates for strictly native ads. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out if I'm doing this right. Yeah. Just for native ads. These are the ones that I have found to work better than any other native ads templates, because they're proven to work over and over again. These are the ones that I find when I'm spying, and I tweak them a little bit and improve the percentage conversion, click-through rates a little bit. Those are the landing page templates you're going to get. This bonus is just for the first 30 people who join. And that's not some BS thing. I'm actually keeping track of who's joining, and I can see exactly when, who, and all that stuff. So it's not like I've been on webinars where people are like, "Oh, the first 5 people who join get this," and then you go into the members area and it's just like right there posted for everybody. I'm like, come on, man. All right, bonus 2. I got with MGID, which is actually my favorite native ad network. And I asked them if they could offer anything to you guys as a part of the coaching program, just to get signed up and get going. So what they agreed to do is they're going to give you $125 of free native ad traffic. It's basically a coupon. The only catch is you have to spend $500. Not spend. You have to deposit $500. So if you deposit $500, basically, actually what it is, I'm sorry, I screwed this up. They're going to match 25% of your deposit with a minimum of $500, which gives you that 125. So if you want to deposit, $2,000, they're going to give you, I'm not good at on the fly math like that, but I should have just did 1,000. If you're going to deposit 1,000, they're going to give you $250 of free ad money. Like that's an insane deal. Like even AdWords doesn't even do that. So if you join, that's bonus number 2. And also I like I said, I worked out a deal for, that says Landerbolt, and that's my mistake. It's not Landerbolt. 20% off coupon is for Anstrex. So scratch that where it says Landerbolt. That 20%, you're going to get a 20% off coupon for Anstrex, and I believe that takes it down to like $40-some a month, which is insane. Like literally insane. Like I said, I've been paying AdBeat $400 a month for years. On top of that, I'm also going to throw in 5 more of my proven native ad campaigns. So the one I'm about to give you guys for free, I'm going to give you 5 more as bonus number 2. This is for the first 20 people who join. That's a $19.97 value. So here's kind of a cumulative here. We're keeping track. You're going to get the SPY blueprint. I'm going to show you how to set up your first campaign. That's a step-by-step thing. Again, it's on screen live. Watch me do it. I'm going to show you the purge formula, give you the scaling recipe. Bonus number 1, the lander templates. Bonus 2 is the coupons, the campaigns, and I'm going to probably add in a couple more things. Again, that's for the first 20 people. Lander templates are for the first 30 people. Total value of almost 12 grand. So if all this did was finally prove to you that you can make a living as an affiliate online, would it be worth it? Please answer that in the chat box. Would it be worth it if this training just showed you that it's actually possible to make money online? Because so many people come to me like, I don't believe that you guys are making all this money. I don't believe it. And I don't know what other proof I can show to people other than like ClickBank screenshots and crap like that. So if all this did was prove to you that you can make money, even if you just make a sale, like I just want you guys to make your first sale. That's it. Because once you get that first sale, you're hooked, like hooked big time. I can't even describe the feeling. Like that $13 ebook sale that I talked about earlier, I was hooked from that moment on. I'm like, dude, I was asleep at like 4 in the morning, and I just sold like a copy of this Disney ebook, and I made $13 while I was sleeping. And I couldn't even believe it. It was just amazing. So if all this did was prove to you that you can actually make a living and actually give you like the kick in the butt that you need to get moving, I just hope that would be worth it. Like even if you just got 2 consistently profitable campaigns, you're into like $400 a day. I mean, that would change probably everybody's life on this webinar. I mean, think about what one campaign is worth to you. Like I just told you, if you had one campaign, it could be $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Some of these campaigns are $25,000 a month or more. If you get them scaled to that point, you're making really, really good money. So how much would you pay to get something like that? A campaign that makes 200 a day, 300 a day, like 500 a day. It's worth its weight in gold. You can see why people are paying me $2,500 a month, like I said, plus 10% of ad spend to set this up and run it for them. Because they're happy to pay me that money because first of all, they don't even know how to do it. They don't know how to run these ads and optimize them and split test them. And they just want somebody who knows how to do it. And that's why they're happy to pay me that. You can make 200 a day, which is $6 grand a month. Wouldn't it make sense to pay me $6,000 one time just to learn this entire system? Then every commission you earn after that month is pure profit. I mean, it makes sense, right? You can see why it's a good deal at $6 grand, but like when I go out to the general public, I'm probably going to release this at $9.97. But because you guys are like super awesome, special subscribers, everybody on this call, this webinar right now is from my email list. I didn't do any kind of outside promotion. This deal is just for you guys. So you can get started today for $4.97, just one payment. The link's right there, join.nativeadsecrets.com. You'll get taken over to, should just be an order form. If you have any problems with that, let me know. It should be working good. And remember the bonuses. I think I have in there. Actually, bonus number 3. You're going to get a 30-minute live Skype call with yours truly, which is definitely $2,000 or more, because I don't ever do this. I don't do what you would consider a coaching call or consulting call. Never done it before. I actually did. I'm lying. I did do it one time. It was $2,000. Actually did it a couple times for that person. It was $2,000. And it's just not, it just wasn't part of my strategy back then. So first 10 people that sign up, you're going to get a 30-minute Skype call with me. You can use that whenever you want. Use it however you want. If you want, I don't care what you want to talk about. If you want to talk about, email billing, email list building, or something like that, that's fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter to me what you want to use it for. I prefer you use it for this native ad strategy because I think that's where I can add the most value. But that's up to you. Again, this is the first 10 people. I'm keeping track of this, guys. This isn't like a marketing scheme. Not to I don't want to talk bad about anybody or anything like that, but I don't really want to be on the call with everybody on here. So just the first 10 people. All right. So again, you can get started now for just $4.97 today. There's the link, join.nativeadsecrets.com. I'm going to try and put this. Hang on. So I'm trying to put this in the chat box and make sure that it's all working. Well, I guess it's copying the whole link over. So I don't see if you guys can click that or at least copy and paste it. All right, cool. Somebody said it's working. Jeff said it's working. So join.nativeadsecrets.com. So now you have 2 choices. Remember when I said earlier I had 2 choices? It's your turn. So you have the first option, which is do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. Second option, pony up the small investment today compared to all the value you're going to get in return. Just give it a shot. If it works, great. If not, just ask for your money back and you'll get it. I'm not one of the people that like you won't ever see me after this webinar or after I release a product. I'm not like that. I mean, me and my dad send people checks back in the mail from products that people have ordered like 2 years ago. Like literally, who gives people a refund from like 2 years ago? Remember, guys, put the questions at the bottom so that I don't miss any because the chat thing is scrolling like crazy. So here's my crazy guarantee. There's 2 parts to this system. Remember, it's incredibly simple. Your landing page, and if you can't get your landing page set up, which is kind of include your tracking, let me know and I will personally set it up for you. Like that's no joke. That means me logging into your stuff, setting it up for you. Setting up your tracking, setting up your tracking to ClickBank connection, and getting that all good to go. Because I don't want technical stuff to stop you guys from making money and pursuing this, because it's literally a huge opportunity right now for people that are willing to dedicate their time to it. And I want to see you guys succeed. And I'll even get on with like a I don't know what you call it, but something where you could watch me set it up for you. Because I want you guys to see how I'm doing it. So part 1 is your landing page and tracking. Part 2, campaigns and ads. If you can't figure that out, I'll happily log in and set them up for you. Upload the images, ads. The headlines, and just get that stuff going for you. I usually recommend starting with 2 because you're just pulling them from like Amstructs anyways. You already know that people are using them and they're working. So you don't need to test like 100 to start with. So that's my guarantee. Kind of a crazy guarantee, right? If you don't know how to do this stuff or don't think you can, just like tell me and I'll go do it for you. Like that's the weirdest guarantee I've ever heard of, but hey. So you got 30 days. Sign up today. If you don't like it for any reason, I don't care if it's 29 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes from now, let me know. I'll give you your money back. Likely, if it's even after that, I'll give you your money back. Like I said, I'm not somebody that's just here to make money and be on their merry way. So the real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out, which if it does even half of what I've claimed today on this webinar, it'll pay for itself 5 times over every single month. These campaigns, guys, don't go away. It's not like you throw them up there and they are gone in the next month. They like this, the campaign I'm giving you at the end here in a couple minutes, I've literally been using this for a year. I've been using it for a year. Doesn't make $300 every single day. No, I mean, like I said, it's an average, but it makes like 300, even if it's 300 a month, who wouldn't? That's like a car payment. Think of it like that. Like, what you set up one of these campaigns to pay for one of your bills, even if it's a car, mortgage, whatever. Just start crossing things off that you have to pay for, and eventually you won't need to have a job. That's the whole point here. I mean, look at it from like a franchise perspective. Like these other opportunities, like if somebody buys a McDonald's or a Burger King or a Starbucks or anything that's a franchise, they're putting like 6 figures up front initially, like legit 6 figures. Could take them 3 to 5 years to get that initial investment back. Like who wants to fork out 6 figures and hope that you make money in like 5 years? Like that's ridiculous. This is like you get 5 times your money back every single month. It's just insane. All right, so a couple of you are asking if there's a members area or if there's anything to download right now. Right now, what I'm doing, these are coaching sessions. The coaching sessions are going to start next week. So I will, if you already joined, you should have gotten an email from me kind of explaining that. So maybe check your email, make sure you got that, and make sure you're on the email list. If you don't get an email from me, email me and tell me that, because I want to make sure you're on the list, so that you can be notified of the stuff that happens. The first coaching call isn't until next week. But before then, I'm going to be sending out some stuff that I want you guys to do before that, so that you're kind of prepped before that first call, so we can get on there and get some stuff going. All right, so this is the Tale of Two People. Actually, I was on one of Russell Brunson's webinars, and he did this, and I thought it was pretty cool. The guy on the left is who he called like Timid Tom or something. He's the guy that, he sits through these webinars, and as the presenter is talking, he's like, well, that's not going to work for me. Or he's probably just making that up. There's no way he did that much money, and I don't think I could do that. I don't have the the knowledge or experience to do that. And the guy on the right is Brave Bob. He's the guy that kind of just takes action as soon as he sees something as an opportunity, he acts on it. And I want you guys to just think about this right now and which one you are. I know there's probably a lot of timid Toms on here, because at one point I was a timid Tom as well. But I really want you to think like Brave Bob, because bravery is one of those things where I'm trying to think of the quote as I'm telling you this. I'm trying to think of a quote from the movie We Bought a Zoo, and I've shared this before. It's one of my favorite quotes, and I'm probably going to mess it up like totally on the spot here, but it says, if you will just give 20 seconds of like pure courage, something amazing will come of it. And that's really what this is about. Believe in yourself and get out there and just take action. You're going to learn something. You're going to learn something. Either way, you're going to learn something. All right, so what I was going to do was show you how to go over to the form and fill that out. Let me see if I can pull that up. Oops. All right, so over here, this is the form, real simple form. You can see up here is the price. You send in your name, your email address, your billing address. There's nothing to ship to you, so there's no shipping address. Make sure you fill out your credit card stuff the right way. Make sure you choose your country too. It doesn't really like pop out there, but make sure you choose your country. Hit the button and you're good to go. You'll land on a basic thank you page just to kind of confirms that your order went through successfully. And you'll be good to go. You should be getting, you should get a receipt email, and then you should get an email like from me personally that kind of congratulates you on joining. So again, that link is join.nativeadsecrets.com. Again, everything you get: SPY blueprint, setting up your first campaign, the purge formula, the scaling recipe, my lander templates, coupons for the ad network, my 5 set up the campaigns that I'm using already, and even more than that. And then the first 10 people to get the 30-minute Skype call with me. Again, bonus number 2 is the coupons. If you want those coupons, you have to be one of the first 20 people. That's a $13,000 value, guys. That's a legit price, not made up. So if you didn't sign up immediately, it's probably for one of 3 things. You know, you don't think you have a big enough ad budget. And like I said, throughout this call, guys, you don't need thousands of dollars to get going with native ads. I'm actually, if you get in one of the first 20 people, I'm giving you a coupon that gives you 25% match. So if you put $500 in there, you're actually going to have $625 to spend. So you're getting a free $125. Like, that's enough to, the free $125 alone is enough to get you profitable, because you're taking campaigns that are already working. So reason number 2, you know, you're nervous about setting all this stuff up, the landers, the ad campaigns, that kind of stuff. Like I told you, my crazy guarantee, I'll get in there and do it all for you, because I want you guys to succeed. That's the reason I priced this the way I priced it. It's literally the most expensive product I've ever sold online, because I want it to be a legit, real coaching program where I can spend the time to walk you guys through this stuff. And I can't have you know, hundreds of people doing that. So reason 3, you think the price is too expensive. Not a whole lot I can say to that, honestly. You know, this is a business that you're doing. It costs money to invest in a business. You can't really start a business for, there's not many businesses that I know of that you can start for the price that I'm showing you how to start here. So there's a real good picture of me. I'm nothing special, guys. Never went to college. I did go to like some computer school back in the day to get some certifications that were like rendered useless in a matter of a couple of years. Filed bankruptcy at the age of 22. True story. I'm not good at coding or programming. I'm getting better at it, but it's just honestly not a required skill. You don't need it. You know, like I showed you guys, you can copy these things from other people who are already working. I spent 8 years of trial and error to discover all this stuff I'm sharing, all the secrets, the strategies, all that stuff. And I'm going to give you all that stuff, guys, today for one small investment. So it's up to you. You can take me up on that offer, or you can spend you know, tons and tons of time like I did doing it on your own the hard way. And that's fine. You know, I did it the same way, mostly because I didn't have an offer like this available to me. So thank you guys for attending. I'm going to throw that link in the chat box for the free campaign. If I can figure out, I got this new, like a second monitor set up here yesterday, so I'm trying to figure out how to use all this stuff. All right, I just put the Dropbox link in the chat box. So guys, let me know if that doesn't work. It should take you over to Dropbox, where you can download a zip file with everything that I got for the campaign. It's not a whole lot. There's images, headlines, and the landing page, and then I put a little note section in there too to kind of tell you guys what I do and how to set it up and all that kind of stuff. You got like I said on that. If you got questions on that free campaign, feel free to shoot me an email. I'll help you out. So again, one more time, if you're going to invest in this, this is everything. SPY blueprint, setting up your first campaign, the purge formula, scaling recipe, my landing page templates for the first 30 people, for the first 20 people, coupons, campaigns, and more for the first 10 people, 30-minute Skype call with me, a $14,000 value. Again, what's what I just said. $497 is the investment today. I have seen orders coming in, guys. I have no clue how many there are. So I'm right now. It looks like it's close to 10, if not more. I can't tell any more than that right now. So I'm pretty sure I got a bunch of questions. So I'm going to go through these questions here. Bruce, I got you. Yeah, Alex said kicked off of Facebook in the gardening niche. Wow, Facebook is absurd. Yeah, I mean, to give them credit, Alex, our product is a make money from home, like growing plants. So like how to start your own nursery. So they just didn't like the make money from home. All right, so yeah, Richard is saying strategy guarantees 100% success at first try. It's a very bold statement. I agree, and I would be 100% skeptical of that because I personally hate guaranteeing success because it is hard. But after going through this webinar, hopefully you realize that you can guarantee success because you can literally spy on everything that people are running on these native campaigns. There's nothing held back. Every single thing that they're doing to make it successful is available to you for less than $60 a month from Adstrex. Alex, will you show us a lander you use to convert cold traffic to sales? So Alex, download that Dropbox link. That lander in that Dropbox link is the winner. So Lauren, this is a great question. How are we able to take your campaign and all make money on it without diluting it for everybody? The answer is, like I said a couple times in the presentation, the amount of inventory available is insane in native ads. Don't think you have to stick to one network. You don't. It's not necessary. The quality available is about the same everywhere. Support varies a little bit. But again, if you're in this coaching program, you can rely on me for support. I've got more experience than most of the ad reps do, even on their own networks. So to answer that question, how are we able to take the campaign and all make money on it? Because I can have a campaign where I'm spending $100 a day and my ad budget is eaten up in 2 hours. And that's the God's honest truth. So that's just one network, me bidding on one category in one country. And this offer that I'm giving you guys right now is making money, I believe, in 2, 3, 4, at least 6 different countries, if not more. The offer that I just gave you guys. Oops. All right, so Mayank is asking, can direct linking work for CPA? Absolutely. Depends on the CPA too. A lot of CPA offers and networks even don't let you direct link because you're diluting their conversion numbers. So a network likes to keep their conversion rates high, and they can't control what kind of quality traffic you're sending them. So you would have to get like approval for probably some of the offers, but a lot of the lead gen type stuff, so like emails and zip code stuff, you can definitely direct link for those. All right, Joe is asking, what is my target ROI for campaigns? Joe, honestly, anything above 100 makes me happy.
You know, I'd gladly spend $50 to make 100 and pocket 50. But I'd much rather see it in the 200-300 range. So my ideal is between 200 and 300% ROI. I know that I have a winner if I put something up there and can hit like 50% ROI in the first week. I know that I have a winner. All right, so DK also talking about the guarantee success on the first try. He's asking, how would you define success, like beginning with $100 budget? That's a great question because, you know, depending on what you're bidding on, you know, desktop traffic costs more than mobile. That's kind of another hint for you guys to start out. Go with mobile traffic because it's cheaper and it converts like crazy. Truthfully, I'm getting higher click-through rates on my landing pages on mobile traffic than I am desktop anymore. Even conversion to sales are pretty even, but they're still buying. Like people buy from their mobile devices. So start with mobile because the traffic is cheaper. That gives you more of a budget to test with. And the other thing is your success is mostly coming from everyone else's research. So it doesn't matter what your budget is. Just because you're putting in $100 doesn't matter. Other people have spent thousands to get that data, and you can tell. You don't steal somebody's ad if the ad's only been running for 2 or 3 days. That's not enough for me to say, okay, that's working. Because I could have an ad running for like 20 days. And I just because I want to get data on it doesn't mean it's working or making money. I want ads that have been running for at least 30 days, at least. I like more than that even. So your $100 budget will actually get you pretty far. From there, you just have to be able to maintain that budget. You know, whether you've got a credit card or whatever. If you're doing ClickBank, you're going to get paid. You're going to get paid once a week, but you're going to get paid for your commissions from like 3 weeks ago, if that makes any sense. So once you start getting commissions, you're going to get commissions once a week. All right, Alex, what niche is this method best suited for? Native ads work best for the broad stuff. So weight loss, any kind of diet type weight loss stuff, really anything actually health related does work really well. So all the even men's stuff, testosterone things, and truthfully, the best way to figure this out, the best way to do this is to sign up for Anstrex and see what's working. One of the cool things you can do in there is go to when you log in, you can choose the affiliate network. You can pick ClickBank, and you see all of the offers, or you can see all the ads that are running that are promoting ClickBank products. Then from there, you can figure out which niche it's working for. That's how I find winners. I would have never in a million years picked the offers that I'm currently running. Never, because I would have never thought that they would do as well as they're doing. All right. Yeah, Dennis, do you have an example page? Like I told Alex, download that Dropbox campaign in there and open that the page that's in that folder. That's a great, my highest converting landing page right now. All right, so Connie's asking, do I need a website? Yes and no. You know, you need a domain name for sure. You can point your domain name to like a ClickFunnels or a Leadpages where they host it for you. So you definitely need a domain name. You don't necessarily need a website though. Do you only use this for ClickBank or do you use it on CPC networks like Peerfly? You can use it for anything. I choose ClickBank just because I trust ClickBank more than really anybody as far as a affiliate network goes. But it doesn't matter. If you sign up for Anstrex, they've got tons and tons and tons and tons of different affiliate networks that you can spy on. It's so cool to mess around with that tool and just see what's working, what offers are running, what offers have been running for a long time. That's another thing I like about ClickBank is the offers tend to stick around longer than like the PeerFly stuff does. Those things usually only work for a limited amount of time, and then they like turn them off and get a new advertiser in there. But again, feel free to do however you want to do it. But I do recommend using Anstrex to figure out what's working and what isn't, because you will waste your money if you don't if you don't spy first. So Alex asked, what are you doing getting pages from Adplexity or something? And yeah, that was probably before I revealed Anstrex. So Adplexity is another tool I've used in the past. You can download stuff like that. Mike's asking, will there be a transcript for this? Probably not transcript, unfortunately, but I will make the replay available. And Joe asking, what's the name of the $60 spy tool again? It's Anstrex. Anstrex, and I will put it in the chat box again. Just Google Anstrex. I'm pretty sure it's the only thing, probably the top result. And Don's asking, did you say use ClickFunnels for creating landing page? Yeah, absolutely. I love ClickFunnels. I only have their their lowest price plan. I think you get like 40,000 visits a month, and that's plenty. Like I told you, I got 20,000 visits in the last 15 days. So that, and I've got a ton of different campaigns running. Wendell's asking, do you run native ads in foreign languages? And if you do, how do you build the landing pages in a foreign language? I have. So for the free campaign that I gave you guys in the chat box, the Dropbox link, they also, like I told you, they're running in at least 5 or 6 different countries. And they set them up as separate offers in ClickBank. And they also have separate affiliate tools pages in ClickBank. And they give you separate landing pages that are already done in that language. So again, guys, I don't do a lot of this stuff on my own. I'm literally just being resourceful, finding them elsewhere, or use Anstrex. If you don't know the answer, Anstrex usually has it. That's the whole, pretty much the whole secret to success in this, as for getting, making money right out of the gate. It's using a spy tool like that tells you who is running winning campaigns and who isn't. Alex asked to targeting US only or going worldwide. I mostly stay in the tier 1 countries, so US, Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand. That's usually where I stay. I just tend to make more money in those countries, so I don't really mess around in the other ones. There's tons of money to be made in those other ones, but I don't like running things if I don't already know that it's going to work. Like I said, I don't guess at this stuff. Don asked, which native ad networks do I use? My top 3 in order: MGID, Rev Content, and those are my top 2. I don't want to recommend the other ones yet because well, I will say content.ad is good for affiliate offers, but you have to just be on top of your tracking because they have more what's called click fraud in that network. Rev Content has click fraud too, meaning these the publishers get paid by Rev Content for showing your ads every time that somebody clicks on them. So these publishers will create like what do you call it, like fake bots or whatever to just go in and click on your ads and all that, and they get paid by those, basically by the bots, and it looks like you're getting visitors, but they're not converting because they're just bots. So you just have to be careful with those. Taboola is another good network, Taboola, But with affiliate stuff, you just have to make sure you follow their policies. And if you sign up, you'll get automatically assigned an ad rep. And my ad rep has been really cool. She's been very helpful. I haven't done a whole lot. Guys, make sure you put the questions in the question box just so that I can keep track of everything. That's right below the webinar. All right. Next question, do you have to spend much time eliminating bad traffic? Not much time, because you're, like, it depends on the network too. With Anstrex, when you're using a network like MGID, I haven't been able to pull widget, this is going to get technical, but I haven't been able to pull widget IDs and be able to use those to target accordingly with MGID. You can't like upload a whitelist, is what it's called, meaning like widgets that you want to only bid on those widgets. So in MGID, but their traffic is a lot better. They're just typically higher quality. If you bid like a penny, you're going to get crap traffic. If you bid 5 to 10 cents, you're going to get better traffic. 10 to 20 is the premium stuff. And that's when you don't have to just spend time eliminating bad traffic. You just have to stay on top of it to make sure that it's converting. You know, you're going to get good traffic, but you want to make sure you're getting converting traffic. Is this webinar going to be recorded and available? Absolutely. You should get automated emails from this Webinar Ninja software thingy. I'll try to send out an email too. I just don't want to send a bunch of emails because it ticks people off. I don't like getting automated emails from webinar things. Alex is asking, do you find that the best landers are cloaked so that the spy tool can't find them? Actually, no, I don't find that. I have found cloaked ones, but I'm able to, like, quote unquote uncloak them by basically reverse engineering them. And usually if somebody's cloaking a page, it's because they're promoting a CPA like a diet trial pill. And, you know, those, they convert, but it's a short-term play. It's just not something that I'm in for. So I'll save the pages because I like to reverse engineer them and figure out why they worked, and then try and create pages that mimic them but are legit and follow the policies. Alex asking, do you cover how to track volume in your course? Tracking has always been a bear for me. Absolutely. It 100% drove me crazy that I could not connect volume and ClickBank. I'm like, how can you guys exist as the #1 affiliate platform and the #1 tracking platform and not talk to each other? Like, but I found a solution. And I will definitely make that available in the coaching program. And you'll watch me on the screen connect together. It's actually fairly easy. Richard's asking, will there be written lessons as well as online lessons? Can't always guarantee being able to get to a webinar, and it's sometimes easier to read rather than watch. Richard, for this one, I will it will all be video lessons. So you don't have to show up to the live ones. It's nice to be at the live ones because you can ask questions and get quick responses and ask another question. But you can always ask me questions via email and I'll happily answer them. But for this, the coaching program will be video because I think it's more suited to video, being able to do things on the screen live where you can watch me set things up. You know, just easier. It's an easier way to teach this. All right, Rich is asking, how does this differ from your dirt cheap traffic secrets program? Similar but more in depth, or totally different? Similar, but way more in depth than that. That program was more so like a all-inclusive, all the networks I've ever used type of thing. So I was more so making you guys a bit knowledgeable on different platforms available to you because everybody's kind of looking for different things. This is just native ads, and it's about as far in depth that I have ever seen anybody go to teach native ads. I've never seen, and I've looked for a couple of years, I've never seen another training course on just native ads that takes you by the hand, step by step, start to finish, from setting every single thing up and coming back through, and not just setting up, because it's not, setting up is not the secret to this. It's the beginning of it, but you have to come back and adjust your campaigns, throw up some new ads, test out some different things. So that's what this is all about. Steve's asking if I'm going to have a payment plan for this. I'm not going to have a payment plan, Steve. Alan is asking, what do you think of using Convertri for funnel building? I've honestly never heard of that, but I'm going to make a note of it because I like checking out new tools. Convertri. Are your campaigns on ClickBank? If so, how long will it take to get paid? Important for cash flow. Plus, you'll supply the script to track ClickBank and volume, right? Good questions. They're all ClickBank. And like I said before, with ClickBank, the way it works is, let's say you've made zero money, like starting today, and you make a commission tomorrow. You will be paid for that commission 3 weeks. It's every Wednesday, but it's 3 weeks from the first commission. And then if you continue to make commissions, it's every Wednesday. You'll start. It's hard to explain because they give you an explanation on their site. It just makes more sense looking at a calendar. But it's 3 weeks from your first commission, and then if you continue making the commissions, you'll get those payments every Wednesday. And you're also asking if I'll supply the script to track ClickBank on volume. Yes, absolutely. And I'll make sure you guys know how to set all that up too, because that is a little bit technical, but it's, again, I'm going to show you how to do all of that on video. You'll have, these videos aren't going to be like up and then posted and only on for a day. You're going to have access to these videos forever. Okay. You can pause them, you can rewind them, go back and look at them, make sure, figure out what I did there to upload or whatever. And that's all this stuff is. It's just clicking the mouse. There's really no thinking involved to this. It's taking something from here, moving it there, changing a headline and typing. So you're basically copying and pasting. Alex is asking, really appreciate this, but why are you willing to do this so cheaply for us? That's a good question. I struggle with charging people tons and tons of money. Like the guys charging $2 grand, $3 grand, like Brunson and those guys, they can because they've got reputations and all that. But I more so enjoy doing this stuff. Like I said, I really wanted to get on a 6-week call with you guys. Being able to be a part of this personally is important for me. Being able to see you guys have success with this. So that's really, and I know that not everybody has tons of money. I'm not in this to be making millions here. I just want to be able to be compensated for my time. And I guess I kind of got burned along the way. I'm not going to mention who it was. I've mentioned it in the past, but we paid like 12 grand for what they called consulting, who we thought was going to be with the guy. Ended up being just somebody he trained, and we basically got nothing for our money. So I don't want to see that happen to anybody, and just want to kind of make a name for myself in the marketplace, I guess. All right, Karen was asking if there's a membership area. Will there be video replays in case I can't make it to a live webinar? Absolutely. There will be a membership area. Again, that's something, make sure if you signed up already, make sure you get that email from me, the one personally, not just the receipt. If you don't get that email from me that kind of gives you the welcoming and the first date and all that, send me an email so I can get you on that list, because I'll send you the details of the how to create a login for the members area, and the coaching sessions will be recorded and put in there. Alex is asking how many weeks till we can get into profit. That's a tough thing to answer because, like I showed you, I literally set a campaign up the other day because I pulled it from, I actually pulled that one from AdBeat, uploaded it to Rev Content, and I was profitable in the second day and continued to be profitable for days and days and days until I had to go back. And when I tried to scale it to another category, I screwed it all up. So, I mean, to answer your question, you can get in the profit, as little as a day, could take you a couple more days, a week, who knows? You just can't get nervous about it. That's part of the other thing too with the coaching program. If you want me to log into your account and make sure you've got this set up and tweaked to perfection, I'm happy to do that. Any chance of a PayPal button? Unfortunately, PayPal has ticked me off, and it ticked me off for the last time. So I'm not going to be I'm losing business that way, but not going with PayPal right now. But I'm sorry, unfortunately, I can't take PayPal. So similar to PPV or PPC marketing, it's PPC marketing. Yeah, you only get charged on a per click basis. Is there still time for being first 10? I don't know when this was asked. I'm sorry. I doubt that there's time for the first 10 though. Because when I looked about 20 minutes ago, it was already at least 10 or more. So Julio was asking if we all use the same campaign, how does it not get saturated? Just sign up for Anstrex. Like I already talked about this a little bit, but sign up for Anstrex and look at the amount of volume across all these different networks. And then also look at how many different people, how many different affiliates are running the exact same campaigns on the same network, in the same countries and the same devices. It's mind blowing. Like I'm serious. I can't even explain to you. You have to go in and look because the amount of volume on these networks is crazy. Dustin, in addition to the course cost, what budget should we set aside to get started? What time frame should we expect to start making money if we follow all your instructions? Yeah, I didn't cover a budget for this. So like for tools and stuff. So Anstrex is about 60. If you join, you get that 20% off code from me. So it's about $50 a month. And volume is $99 a month. And then if you need to do a page builder like ClickFunnels, they're $99 a month or $97 a month, or Lead Pages is $77 a month. It's one or the other. Or you could just do hosting, and I'll show you the hosting I use. I end up paying about $30 a month, and it's lightning fast. So I got a bunch of questions still, man. This webinar thing's telling me I got 6-7 minutes left, and I don't know if that means that it's going to cut me off or not. So I'm going to try and bolt through some of these. I've already answered some of them. All right, Trisha, I appreciate it. She said, amazing job, Dustin, on your first webinar. I already knew you were the real deal, but I'm pretty sure you proved it to everyone here tonight. As a single mom, I'm not an easy sell, but I ran to get my credit card, and I'm pretty excited that my life will be different from learning from you. Go crack a beer. You totally deserve it. Thank you, Trisha. I will definitely be cracking a beer here in about 6 minutes when this is over. I am super excited to have everybody in this coaching program, and I really hope that everyone dedicates the time necessary to show up, if you can make it, show up to the live ones so that I can personally help you, because I want this to be successful for everybody. I'm sorry, going through these. So Don's asking, how little can I spend on native ads per day? So MGID is $50 a day minimum budget, and Taboola is actually less. Again, I haven't used Taboola enough to know it that well, but I've heard from people like Justin Brooks saying that he does like $5 to $10 a day in Taboola, but they are a lot different as for affiliates. So you've got to follow their policies to a T. But if you're in the coaching program, if you're signed up for that, I'm going to cover all of that stuff. I'm covering all of those. And I'm not going to cover every single network. That's obviously impossible. But Rev Content, MGID, Content.ad, and Taboola, those are the 4 that I plan on covering. How many clicks before you decide if it's a winner? That's a great question, too. Really what I do is I more so track, since I'm using a landing page, Julio, I more so track the click-through rate. So say I get 100 clicks from my ad to my landing page, but I only got like 1 click to the offer. I kill that that widget or that publisher. So that's really how it works with native ads. When you're bidding on it like a category. So your ad is shown to like a category of different publishers. So like weight loss, and you don't necessarily get to bid on like specific websites unless you go with like Rev Content. They let you do that now. But you can, what you see is a widget ID number, and in volume you can see all of those widget IDs, and you can turn them off based on the performance. So I usually wait till I've spent, I don't know, at least like $10 till they've cost me like $10. It does depend on how much I'm making on the offer, but once I've spent enough money and they didn't give me what I wanted, I'll cut them off. Rich is asking, where do you find images for your ads? I get them from Antrex, just like at the landing pages. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your first name. Roka, thought you were a Funnel Flux guy. Still am a Funnel Flux guy for pop traffic, and because it's a self-hosted thing. Volume is, I like Volume more for native ads. Not sure why. I like their platform, but Funnel Flux works perfectly. It works just as well. If you've got it set up already, go with Funnel Flux, absolutely. Is the 99 volume plan enough? Yes, that's what I have. Jake, how fast can we start making money being it's a 6 weeks training? Good question. I want you to make money as fast as possible. So week 1 is going to be basically spying, polling them, like the campaigns you want to use, and uploading them right away. All right, I got 2 minutes left, guys, so I've got a couple more questions here. I'm going to try and blow through them. Can we follow you live and set up our own winning campaigns? Absolutely. That's the plan, Alex. How much do you spend on an ad before you determine it's a winner? It's kind of a question I answered already. Please, do you have any idea when the first webinar will take place? Yes, it's next Thursday, so a week from today. Don't know the time yet, though, Luis. All right, guys, that is all the questions I have. I'm sorry if you Roka's asked in the chat box here, are you using the widget IDs from Antrex? For Rev Content, yes, because you can actually upload them as a whitelist. But with like MGID, I haven't found a way to do that. And I've asked one of my ad reps at MGID, but they pretty much ignored my question. So I'm guessing it's not an option with them. Their platform is a little outdated, but it's a great network, good quality traffic. So to answer your question, yes, I do get the widget IDs from Antrex, yeah, but mostly just for Rev Content. So, all right, guys, again, that is the end of the webinar. Thank you guys so much for attending. I appreciate you guys sticking on. If you have joined, I'm so excited to have you. I can't wait to get this thing started. Again, if you've got further questions, maybe something I didn't get to cover or answer, or I missed your question in the chat box, feel free to shoot me an email. Happy to answer it there. URL is join.nativeadsecrets.com, and I will hope to see you guys in the coaching program. Thanks again, and have a great night, guys.